How would you rank Jeanie Buss's tenure as an owner?
I think Jeanie is one. It's a really, really hard job. You got to keep yourself, and you have to be ruthless, which is hard to do. You can be one or the other. And she's proven me wrong in that statement because she is strong on business, and she's fair. I think she did an unbelievable job as owner. It kept the franchise to the point where the jersey is still in the top 1 or 2 jerseys ever sold. Their ticket sales are up. The reason we got TV deals is because of the Lakers, right? Dr. Buss originated that by owning Fox Sports, Fox, what was called TV One at one time, something like that. He owned it. And he was like, hey, if you want to, cable is here. If you want to watch the Lakers and you don't want to pay money to come to the Forum, you got to pay this much for your cable. So it's Fox Sportsnet. Sportsnet was his, and then it became Fox Sportsnet.
So how do you think how they handled the Darvin Ham thing?
Great question.
Well, in this environment, that's how it goes. You cut the head of the chicken. Because didn't they fire the coach who won the championship?
Engle, yeah.
But LeBron now has 4 rings and 6 coaches fired.
Well,
did LeBron have to okay that firing, or do you think just based upon your experience in the league, not like you know exactly what happened, or you may know, did they talk to LeBron first?
So when I was on the Pistons, I realized Isaiah Thomas had a lot of influence. None of the yes, no, but influence. So, we're going to look at about getting this guy in here, and we're going to replace him with this dude. Do you think you can control the situation? Do you think you'll be able to work that? Because you're the one with the ball 90% of the time.
So in the Isaiah situation, they got rid of the guy who played the post. I can't remember his name right now.
Adrian Dantley.
No, the other one. The other one from Dallas.
Mark Aguirre.
Did he okay
We traded
Did he okay that trade?
We traded Adrian Dantley for Mark Aguirre.
Right.
And AD was questioned about the way they wanted to change the lineup, and he wasn't willing to be a part of the change of the lineup. And they said, we're going to have to replace you then. And the replacement was Mark Aguirre, who was Isaiah's friend growing up, buddy, groomsman.
Right.
And so they trade. It was a good trade for the team, which I had to start learning because as soon as we got Mark Aguirre, I went on injured reserve for 10 days because I had a stress fracture. And so Mark can get more minutes. And then Dennis had to start. So they had to start Dennis. That was the whole deal. It didn't make a difference if it was AD or Mark. They said, we're going to have to start starting. Dennis is going to have to come into the starting 5 and take, even though Adrian Dantley was our leading scorer, we needed what Dennis as a team brought to us as opposed to that scoring. And Mark Aguirre was like, I'll come off the bench.
Speaking of Dennis, read a story during an All-Star break one time. He ran off and castrated 300 calves.
Yeah.
And he was just wrestling down calves and shit in his off time at the All-Star break. What the
I'm in Atlanta trying to get 2 girls to come to the room at the same time during my 3 days of debauchery. And his was jumping off. He grabs the calves. He wrestles them down.
Right on a horse. Said,
yeah.
Right? Jumped off the horse.
Jumps off, grabs the calves, wrestles them down, holds them. They castrate them. They throw the alcohol on him. He's holding them. And then when they feel it's done bleeding out, he lets them up. Then go gets the next one. Then the next one. Wow. And I was like, because that's
300.
That's how they castrate.
300 in an All-Star weekend.
All-Star weekend, 1987.
Rodman castrated 300 calves.
Then they don't go in the house. They stay out. You know, get a fire, get a couple of beers, and they stay in campers. Motherfucker, I'm 4 seasons. I'm 4 seasons. And they were like, you did what? I was like, man, I tried to get these 2 girls to do. That's what he did. And that's why I said, like, his strength, you can't say the word retarded anymore. But you remember retarded strength when they would say that?
Right, yeah.
Beyond retarded strength.
So they said not LeBron, but Dennis Rodman said he could easily guard LeBron. Is that true?
100%. There's no one he can't guard. And the person that he had a problem guarding was named Larry Bird. Gave him the business. And Sean Kemp.
He couldn't guard Sean?
He could, but Sean was as tricky and as freakish strong as he was. And so in that finals in 1996, Sean was giving him the business. But we call him big man. There's no one can score on big man. If Dennis wanted to shut you down, you shut down. 1, he doesn't let you catch the ball. And 2, he's constantly frustrating you. He's constantly doing something to make you throw the ball at a fan.
So Dennis Rodman, in your mind, is probably one of the better defenders that ever played the game.
Period. I don't think there's anybody better.
Wow.
Number 1.
Gary Payton, but MJ, you couldn't get around MJ. You know, these long ass arms, and he's allowed to hit you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he gets 1 extra step like everyone else, gets 4. But he was a tough defender too.